Hey y'all, I'm Wanda, and welcome to Authentically.WandaK, where we are embracing every season, finding joy in the everyday, and living life with intention. In my intro vlog, I mentioned being a Texan who moved to Greenville, North Carolina, and eventually transitioned here to Charlotte. Since we're still getting to know one another, I decided, why not start here? Why not? So as a woman in my 50s, of course, life has been lifing. We all go through things. There are plenty of ups and downs, and we'd be lying if we said that there weren't. We navigate these massive shifts like marriage, divorce, and watching our children grow up and leave the nest. And for me, becoming an empty nester was one of the hardest things I've ever faced. But we do get through it. To give you some backstory, yes, it is story time. I moved from Texas to Greenville right before my son was born. I was young, newly married, working, and going to college. I was doing the things. Let's just say my life was busy and it was full. It was also incredibly scary. I was in a completely new state, new space, and so far away from home and my family. Eventually, I settled in. I had my son. I met some great friends who became my extended family. I adjusted. I love being a super mom. I probably worried that poor child, and I probably still do. I'm a mom. I'm supposed to do that. Greenville was my home for over 20 years. I made a lot of good memories and some not so good ones. I went through a divorce, and almost immediately after, I became an empty nester. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That transition was incredibly hard. For years, my entire routine revolved around my son. His schooling, his sports, everything. And now walking past his empty bedroom felt heavy. After high school, my son decided to join the military. He wasn't just home anymore. And walking him and taking him to that recruiter station the day that he left for basic training was one of the proudest moments of my life, but it was also one of the hardest. I had to watch him walk through those doors as I watched my baby become a man. Now, this was a tough season for me. It was my first time that I've ever lived alone. I felt lonely, stuck, and confused. I found myself moving around a lot. The stability that used to mean everything to me was just gone. I was just letting one day turn into the next. I wasn't living at all. I was just mourning the past. Some years later, my son moved to Charlotte. For at least 2 years, he tried to convince me that Charlotte was where I needed to be. He kept telling me about the Queen City, how it was a great place to thrive, and how it could be a brand new beginning for me. Of course, I didn't listen. He was my baby. But then finally, I started to listen. I realized I had to stop being afraid of change. I had to embrace life. I had to change my environment in order to change my future. So I sold everything in my one-bedroom apartment and I moved. I asked myself, Wanda, what's stopping you other than yourself? And the answer was nothing. I arrived in Charlotte in 2019. After finally getting settled, I am truly embracing my new life, my surroundings, and this beautiful city, the place I now call home. Now, this talk wouldn't be right if I didn't tell y'all that a few years after I got here, my son, yes, my son, he left me. Yes, he did. A year ago, he and his wife, my beautiful bonus daughter, decided to move. Yep, he left me here all by myself, but it's okay. Before he packed up, he left me with a bucket list of outings and nice restaurants that he thought I should try. So, as I venture out with my little list, visiting new places, old favorites, and great restaurants, I'm going to take you along for the ride and share my adventures with you. If there's one thing I've learned during this entire transition, it's that as difficult as it can be to make change, change is good and change is needed. One thing I know for sure is that we are resilient. Women are the most resilient human beings on earth. We go through things, we straighten our crowns, we walk tall, and we move forward because sitting still is just not an option. That's exactly what moving from Greenville to Charlotte did for me. I had to release the past to become someone new. I had to find peace, and peace is exactly what I found. Please remember to comment, to like, and subscribe. Until next time, remember to be still, be present, and be authentically you. WandaK signing off. Bye, y'all.